Well, good morning. It's Big Willie Attenborough here at the scene of the squirrel. I've been looking for these boys all morning, and this is the first one I've found. 'Cause they just scarper whenever they see me coming. I've hid behind trees and bushes and all sorts of stuff. But this boy here, he's busy digging a hole. Aye, I don't know what he's looking for because there's no nuts in that area at all. Not a one. But he's boring away. So yes, he's boring away there. Look at him. Aye, there's a lot of them old jackdaws running about too, but they don't bother with the squirrel, you know. They don't have any time for it at all. And the squirrel doesn't care either. It just runs on, so it does. But there's a few of them about this morning now. There's no wee boy, you might hardly see him. There he's there. He's just a wee tuft of grey there, you can see. He's got the same carry on. He's burrowing away as well. But I tell you what I did find this morning. It was awful sad. Now, it was awful sad. I found the carcass of two wee birds. Aye, two doves. Did indeed, aye. They'd been taken during the night. I'd say the old fox was out and got at them. It wasn't dead. I would say so now, without any bow at all. I better move out of the road here because there's a boy coming flying. Cheers, boy, that's them gardener fellas. They're working flat out now, I must say. They're absolutely flat out getting the place nice and clean and cut and trimmed. You know, young Jordan there and Scott. A great bunch of fellas, as I say. There's only the 5 of them, but they're working as well as 25, so they are at the minute. All praise to them, I have to say. But I'm watching this wee boy here now, and as I say, he's digging away at the grass, but I'm not sure what he's looking for, to tell you the truth. Because I don't see what could be really there for him. But we'll just keep a wee eye on him anyway, just to see what he's at. He's getting something out of the ground there now. Do you see that? Ah, Jesus, he's getting something. He's maybe buried an old acorn or two there over the winter time, and he's gone back for it. Aye, he's boring away. You don't know why I'd be that fussed on him cutting away at that grass, like, because the other day he's having nothing but holes. So he is the same way. I don't see now. I can't really see much of him, what he's doing at all. So just keep a wee eye on him there now, because he might. He's sort of moving, he's busy. He doesn't see me at all, you know, he doesn't see me at all. Big Willie here can float about to see the best, hey. So there he's having a wee gawk around him now, you see. But I was looking, to tell you a wee bit about these boys here too now, to be honest with you. The mating season doesn't really matter to them, because they mate all year. It's all down to the heat. If it's sunny and warm, they're at the mating, you know. So there's a wee bit of mating going on at the moment then, I'd say, hey, you know. But we've an awful lot of them about here at the minute now. There's an awful lot of them wild grey squirrels. They're everywhere. It's nearly time to sort of cull them a wee bit, you know. Not that it would do them any harm, to tell you the truth, because they just keep breeding and keep coming back. Aye. I'll try and get a wee bit closer to this fella, like, you know. But they're so cute. They can hear and see everything going on around them. So they can. See, aye. He's clocked on them, you see that now. But he's busy. He's busy there. Whatever he's looking for, you see. Obviously, I'm no hindrance to him here at the minute. He wants to get it out. There he's got one, look. You see that now? There must be wee nuts that he has buried there. There he's shelling them off to get the nut out of the middle. Oh, wee rascal boy, I tell you. Does he not know the holes he's left in the ground, like? Well, he is. He's enjoying that now, isn't he? Hey, he's enjoying that feeding. So he is. It's just a pity now they're firming, you know, because the wee brown squirrel was a great wee squirrel, and there's not a one about the place anymore. So these boys here have them all killed. Aye, they do, surely. They kill them whenever they're young. They ate the eggs and all, as Tara. And they looked lovely too, but if they're just like a, you know what, they're a sort of a half rot, you know. Aye, well, there's only one place for an old rat. That's in the bottom of the bin. Aye. But this boy here, he's defending Big Willie, you know. He's letting Big Willie get a wee bit closer all the time. You see, look, I'm sort of moving in on him now, you know. And he's still sitting. I say, young fella, it's Big Willie Attenborough here. I'm doing a wee video on you. Aye. Do you want to say anything at all? Have you anything to say to Big Willie? About the situation? Why are you digging out? Aha. Young fella, do you hear me at all? They're talking to you. I don't think there's anything in that hole. He's keen, boy, he's keen as mustard to get into that hole. Look at the goes of him. Jesus. Aye. Jesus, I need Big Joe up here. He'll soon sort you out. I wouldn't indeed, aye. But he's letting me get brave and close to him now. I thought, there, he's away on now. He's away on. That's him away on. There's not an awful lot more I can do now. He'll shoot up that tree, boy. And you know the ball with them too. They go up the tree and they strip the bark off the tree as well. They can destroy an old tree. Wanna head on up it there? He's away around the other side. Alright, I'll just have to howl on. Hello as well, it's Big Willie here, back at the pine eating. I'm just going to show you the damage these squirrels do to the trees, hey. And this tree is a beautiful big tree, but you see there all the late bark? Did you see a wee bit closer now? There you go. That's where there's all the bark land there, boy, where they're stripped her off that tree. Look at that. The whole way up, boy. Ruining it. You see? Not good at all. Not good at all. Yeah, we'll have to see. Some of these wee boys will have to live. There you can see a wee hole there where there's a lot of them hiding in under at the minute now. But I just wanted to let you see the damage that these wee grey boys can do to the place. You know what I mean? Lovely. Alright, thanks. Hello, good afternoon as well. It's Big Willie Attenborough here again. I'm just watching these wee boys here again at the hooking and the poking in the grass. But I'm going to tell you a wee bit about these fellas here, so and I'll maybe enlighten you as to what actually this wee boy's up to here, he says. It says that they've a wild habit of raiding the bird feeders and transplanting tulip bulbs. You know what I mean, and that's what they could be at. And they make themselves at home in the attic or delighting you with their antics. Grey squirrels inspire joy and angst. But you know, I don't know, to tell you the truth, whether it bring any joy to me at all. You know that, but I don't know. But they say they're the second most watched wildlife in North America after birds, and there's no denying their appeal, with their long fluffy tail and soft brown eyes and amazing acrobatic skills. But you know what, hey, they might be alright to look at, but they do an awful destruction, so they do. Tar destruction. So the thing about them too, they would range throughout North America, and you would get them in England, Scotland, Australia, and parts of Europe as well, and of course Northern Ireland. You know what I mean? And there would be a bit of a fixture in the urban landscape around the woodlands and parks, and like Hillsborough Castle and all. And they live very much in deciduous trees, such as the red maple and the American beech and the sweet gum and the American elm and the white oak too, hey, where they make nests with leaves. And they'd use thistledown, and they'd be into the old moss. So that's why they'd be around picking at our moss when the moss walk, you see. And that's not what we want at all. We don't want them near, you know what I mean, hey? Definitely not, hey? Oh no. They would use, the moss would use all dried plant matter in cavities and old woodpecker holes high up in the forks of the trees. Their large nests are usually camouflaged too, so they would be, by foliage in the summer, and readily seen in late fall and winter when the leaves have fallen to the ground. You know what I mean, hey? You see, but you know what I'm trying to say to you is they're a great wee beast to look at, surely. But as I say, they cause an awful lot of hassle to us, like, so that they cause an awful lot of hassle to us. And he's poking and hooking there, so he is the best you ever seen, the absolute best you ever seen, hey. I'll tell you a wee bit about their diet now. They do a brave bit of feeding, so they do. So one of their main diets would be the old acorn. They like the acorn and the hickory nuts, walnuts, beech nuts, grapes, apples, even berries. In Canada, they would eat the maple bark and the maple buds and the samaras and the yellow poplar blossoms as well. And so what they would eat a lot of over here now, to tell you the truth, would be they would eat a lot of adult insects, so they would, and larvae, and even the wee baby birds. Ah, Jesus, you know, that annoys me. But they'd eat the wee baby birds, so they would, and they'd eat the birds' eggs even before they become the babies. Toads, frogs, and other amphibians. I think that's the way a book now we would say amphibians, but you know, it mightn't be right. But you know what I mean, hey, don't you, snack, you know, surely. They also sometimes, really hear this now, this is a terror, it's this shock big Willie here, big style. Sometimes they're cannibalistic, and they'd eat each other. That's the truth now, honestly. They'd eat each other, which is scary, like, you know, it just doesn't bear thinking about, you know, that they would actually eat all, but that's the way they are, like. So. The lifespan too of a grey squirrel is usually in around about 5 years. But they've been known to live for about 20 years. Well, I think there's a few of them about here that's 20 years, because they're crafty. They've learnt a lot of craft in their time here, so they have. They have indeed, hey. So I tell you what, the old owls and the hawks would attack them, and the red fox. Now, we don't have any raccoons, unfortunately, and the domestic cat would go for them too, but how the hell would a cat catch the one thing when it starts to take off? You know, up the tree like a March hare, honestly. Oh, aye, the cat have no ball there at all. Snakes would be fond of them too, but now we don't have many snakes about here at all, you know, definitely not at all. And they have a very great sense of vision, smell and hearing, and they're, would you believe it, they're an excellent swimmer. The grey squirrel can defy gravity and can quickly scale vertical walls, just like a raccoon. And that's why I was saying to you about the bark. They slide up and down the tree and they strip the bark naked. And it's not good for the trees, because our trees are a brave age, and all they want's a wee bit of pace, you know what I mean? Like, the squirrels keep their teeth clean and sharp and gnawing on the hard branch and manoeuvring it in the strong jaws so to rub against the teeth. And that's what I'm saying to you. The teeth and the feet strip the bark clear, rotten, naked. The daily ritual can take up to an hour. So you take it here, if you had 100 squirrels and they're taking an hour each on our trees, like, it's doing an awful damage, like, so it is. But you know what I mean, like. But the says here, you know what say to you too, grey squirrels play an important role in reforestation with the habit of planting for the future by hiding nuts and tree seeds in hundreds of locations in the fall time. They eat throughout the winter, you see, you know, and they call that scatter hoarding, you know. So a bit like myself, I like to keep a lot of sweets in the cupboard, you know what I mean, and I don't like anybody else to know about them. So that's what they call hoarding, you see. This pattern ensures that even in some of the buried foods that's found by other animals, there's enough remaining for the squirrel. They're never recovered on the sprout growing in the trees, you see. So if you look at it in a long-term way, you know, so what's happening is they'll destroy a tree, a 200-year-old, but they'll help to grow an odd tree to replace it, you know. But it's just, as I say, we don't be about lifetime to see this happening, you know. That's the whole situation at all. But I'll tell you a wee bit about their love life. Aye, they do indeed have a love life. They mate usually in late winter. They have a second litter in midsummer if there's not adequate food supply. Several males compete for one female, and in a ritual chase at breakneck speeds up and down and through the trees. You know what I mean? Showing off, we would call that. Leaping from branch to branch as well. The female then selects the one she perceives as the strongest male. Oh, aye, she gets the choice in the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? Rarely mating with the same male again. Nature's way of preventing inbreeding and thus preserving the integrity of the species. After a gestation period of about 60 days, aye, 60, the young are born blind and hairless. Oh, jeez, there usually are 4 babies, and each is 1 inch long and weighs in around an ounce. The young of the second litter remain with the mother for the winter, and then they'll head on and they'll go about their business, you know what I mean? They'll do their own thing after that, so they will. But I just thought I would give you a wee bit of an insight into these bios here, you know, because as I say, the youngsters like to look at them and suppose that they look the nature part of them running about and skittering around, but they do an awful damage, and you know, we maybe have too many, and we'll have to look at that wee situation at some time soon, you know, when we get back to normality, you know. But if you look at that picture there now, sure, does it look like an owl rat? It does indeed, just like an owl rat, just sitting waiting to run around the whole place. But as I say, hey, I've been busy lately, making these wee instructional videos, you know what I mean, like, and it's near time at a wee tin of tomato soup. I'm going to nip round for a wee tin of tomato soup. But you know, I'll come out later on and I'll finish this wee video off, so I will, and see where we go from there, you know what I mean? So all I can say to you is I hope you have enjoyed these productions, because I've enjoyed making them for you, you know. And it's brought me great pleasure, so it has. You know what I'm saying, hey? Because I'm here for a wee while yet, like, and I don't go back to book now till the end of June, you know. But as I say, I'll be here for anything else that goes on round the place, you know. And Isabel's doing well too. Isabel had the babies and all. Yes, the babies were born. She's 7 of them. Took no time at all. 7 eggs, 7 babies. Straight out, no bother at all. So what I'll say to you is I'm looking forward to seeing you all again in the near future. And you are all bodily missed. Oh, definitely bodily missed. And as I say, I love yous and leave yous. And God bless yous all, and stay safe till we get out of this pandemic. All the best. Big Willie Attenborough out.